this is a simple incubator. When we open it up, we see that it is covered by the 5 layers of the incubator. It is covered by insulated material which doesn't allow the heat to enter or exit the incubator, so that the microbial cultures which are stored in it can be preserved and can be used as a growth medium. With addition to these layers, there is also a plastic layer, and with this, there is a solid thick layer. It acts as an insulator and doesn't allow the heat to enter or escape. Now, to control the temperature inside the insulator, there are dials present here. These dials can help to adjust the temperature inside the incubator. As you can see here, it is 38.8 degrees Celsius, which is the normal temperature for the culture medium like bacterial cells to grow.
As we move towards the history of incubator, the earliest incubators were found thousands of years ago in Egypt and China, which were used to keep chicken eggs warm. It revolutionized food products as it allowed chickens to hatch from eggs without requiring that hen sit on them, thus freeing the hens to lay more eggs in a shorter period of time. Rene Antoni took up challenge in the middle of 17th century. Reber warmed his incubator with a wood stove and monitored its temperature using the Reamer thermometer. In 19th century, researchers finally began to recognize that the use of incubators could contribute to their medical achievements. They began to experiment to find the ideal environment for maintaining cell culture stocks. These early incubators were simply made up of bell jars that contained a single lit candle. Cultures were placed near the flame of the underside of the jar lid, and the entire jar was placed in a dry heated oven. In the late 19th century, doctors realized another practical use of incubator, keeping premature or weak infants alive. The first infant incubator used at a women's hospital in Paris was heated by kerosene lamps. 50 years later, Julius H. Hess, an American physician often considered to be the father of neonatology, designed an electric infant incubator that closely resembled the infant incubators in use today. The next innovation in incubator technology came in 1960s, when the CO2 incubator was introduced into the market. Demand came when doctors realized that they could use CO2 incubators to identify the study of pathogens found in patients' bodily fluids. At the time, incubators also began to be used in genetic engineering. Scientists could create biologically essential proteins such as insulin with the use of incubators. Genetic modifications could now take place on a molecular level, helping to improve the nutritional content and resistance to pest, license, and disease of fruits and vegetables. In 1984, Shell Lab introduced a general purpose incubator. The incubator has the ability to provide superior temperature uniformity with a warm air jacket design. The Ecotherm incubator came to the market in the 1990s. It was in demand for its compact design and its ability to chill as well as heat. In the present time, incubators have been improved by new modifications. Like many incubators can control humidity, shaking incubators incorporate moving to mixed cultures. Gas incubators regulate the internal gas composition. Some incubators have means of circulating the air inside of them to ensure even distribution of temperatures. Many incubators built for laboratory use have a redundant power source to ensure that power outages does not disrupt experiments. Incubators are made in a variety of sizes, from tabletop models to warm rooms which serve as incubators for large number of samples. Now we proceed towards the construction of incubator. As we can see in the diagram, the electronic packages are present, which are covered by stainless steel sheet metal which is sheared, perforated, and bent. With the help of nuts, screws, motors, and fans, they are connected to each other and are assembled. And with painting with the colors which can act as the insulators, and they are jacketed by insulated materials, thus making incubator a insulated instrument. There are different types of insulators present, and one of them is CO2 incubator. The CO2 incubator usually has a chamber volume of between 50 and 300 liters and a temperature range from 4 degrees Celsius and 8 degrees Celsius above room temperature to 60 degrees Celsius. The interiors of CO2 incubators are normally made of corrosion-free stainless steel for 1.4301, and they are additionally smooth with electrolytic polishing by some manufacturers to prevent germs from setting and to make cleaning easier. In order to observe the chamber load without affecting the atmosphere inside the chamber, CO2 incubators are usually equipped with inner glass doors or additional gas baffle. In egg incubator, as mentioned earlier, the eggs are kept inside the incubator to warm so that the hens can be used for producing more eggs, and those eggs can later be used for other useful purposes. Orbital shaking incubator is a new type of incubator in which the orbital shaking machine is connected inside an incubator, so the cultures and the uh, bacterial solutions can be warmed and can be mixed together without any problem. Thank you very much for watching the video.